Here's my verdict on the Trump verdict, guys, coming in hot from a fish in the field. And you know what? I'm not here to talk about the politics of it. I'm here to talk about what happened and how it's going to affect us as preppers and survivalists. Okay? That's why I'm here to talk about this, because this is very, very big. It's very, very big, guys. And there's going to be consequences for this. Now, let me start this out by talking about what actually happened. And everybody probably knows if you're watching this video. He just got tried and got found guilty of 34 felonies for basically manipulating financial documents for a business of his. The case went down in New York in a district that is 95% Democrat and 5% Republican. Him and his attorneys requested a change of venue, which that judge should have given him. The judge, I could tell you that. Okay, I've been representing myself in court for 24 years now. And my wife's been representing herself for 12 years-ish. Okay, we know a thing or two about court, but it's family court is what we're dealing with. But even we're smart enough to know that you can't give a guy a fair trial in a place like that. You should have moved it to a district or a part of New York that had a little bit of a better spread. You know, because now what happened is now you're in this situation where Republicans cannot believe the verdict. They can't, because it wasn't fair to begin with. You only have 1 in 20 people in that area that are Republicans. You know, so was he found guilty by a jury of his peers? Or was he found guilty by a jury of his enemies? I'm willing to say that he got found guilty by a jury of his enemies. And so it's hard to believe that that verdict has any real weight. You know, and this is very, very upsetting and very dangerous, guys. Because we're supposed to be a nation of laws. And I know that half of the country right now is out there like, yeah, I mean, they're popping champagne, you know. You know what I'm saying? They're going crazy. Just that the mean tweeter is going to go to prison over this. If they were intelligent at all, though, they'd be scared shitless about what just happened. Because actions like this just gave Republicans the carte blanche to chase down any Democrats and prosecute them the same way Trump was prosecuted. That's what just happened. They just signed off on it, man. Like, prosecute anybody you want, you know? And here's the other thing is, if you go after one president, you got to go after all of them. Or it's very just obviously political, you know? And let's look at the presidents over the last 30 years. Me being a libertarian, not gunning for Trump, I'm just going to be honest, guys. He's been the least warmongering of all the presidents we've had in the last 30 years, man. We've had presidents that have invaded and occupied foreign countries without the approval of Congress. Okay? No declaration of war, right? We've had sanctions put on foreign countries that have literally resulted in the deaths of hundreds of thousands of children. Just crazy ass shit's gone down, you know what I mean? Like every single president we've had in the last 30 years, with the exception of Trump, could easily be tried for war crimes by a criminal court, by an international criminal court. Easily. But they go after Trump for this financial, like changing records, his business, you know, documents. Like that's what they go after him for. And when you've seen all the other charges get either dropped or see him found not guilty, you know, it's like, man, it's very obviously a witch hunt. So this is very scary. It's actually a very scary moment for America right now. What's going on? Because this is true banana republic shit, like hardcore, man. This is early 20th century Russia shit. The targeting of political opponents openly. No attempt at hiding it. Just openly, man. You know? And there's only so many things we're going to see come out of this. And one of these things is possible retaliation from the right. Okay, now I'm going to be honest with those of you on the right. I'm going to be very honest with you. Y'all need to fasten your chin strap and get ready to play ball. Because y'all have been being all conservative, you know? And like, you know, we're a nation of laws. It's okay. We'll file a suit and it'll go through the courts and we'll win. What have you just learned? Well, you've just learned that we're not a nation of laws anymore, haven't you? We're not. And if you're not a nation of laws, what are you? You're a nation of anarchy. Right now in America, it is might makes right. There it is, guys. You just saw it go down. So, Republicans, I'm going to let y'all know, you want to make some changes? It is time to nut up. That's where it's at. You can't keep playing fair when the Democrats are willing to break every damn rule in the book to win. So, the first thing we can look at is some retaliation by the Republicans, but we'll see. We'll see. The second thing we might see is full-blown ass communism. Because if they get away with this, they're going to keep pushing. If nobody else has noticed, this government is treating the conservative right the same way it treats Russia. Poke and poke and poke and poke to elicit a response. And as soon as you respond, they're going to respond tenfold. Look what they did in January 6th. That's what they want. They actually want a civil war. And that's the third thing that we can see happen from this. As a matter of fact, the government, and not just the blue government, but the government, period, has been preparing for a civil war for the last 2 decades. If you guys do any research into it and you see how many hollow points this government has been purchasing for decades now, it's enough to put multiple rounds in the head of every single American citizen. Why would they purchase this much ammunition? They can't use it overseas. They can only use full metal jackets. Right? So why? Why do you have, the Department of Education purchasing firearms? Look it up, man. They want a civil war. They want the right to respond so they can crack down even harder. That's where we've gotten in this country, and things are rapidly accelerating. And now I'm finally down to the point that really makes this relevant to this channel, because those of you that are subscribers, I've been telling everybody they need to be prepping. It's just more proof that I'm right, guys. So get your shit together now. Okay? You should have had it together yesterday. If you don't, though, step on the fucking gas. I'm here to tell you right now, step on the gas. I thought that this Civil War, it might not play off for 5 years. I don't know now. There's always an event that is going to occur that's going to kick it off. There's the straw that broke the camel's back. Is this it? Is this Trump verdict the straw that's going to break the camel's back? I don't know for sure, but man, I know the right is furious right now. Okay? So that's it, guys. Get ready, man. Get ready. Fish in the field out.